The throne room of the Felliner Empire stretched vast and imposing, its crystalline walls reflecting the twin suns of Cathra Prime. Queen Visara, her silver fur gleaming with age and authority, paced before her assembled court with barely contained fury. Her tail lashed behind her like a whip, and her amber eyes blazed with frustration. "Is there no male capable of giving me grandchildren?" she cried, her voice echoing through the chamber. The assembled nobles, warriors, scholars, and diplomats of the proud feline race shifted uncomfortably. "My daughter has rejected every suitor from every noble house across 3-star systems. What am I to do?" Princess Kira sat upon her smaller throne, arms crossed, her expression one of profound boredom. She'd heard this speech a dozen times before. The parade of suitors had been endless. Mighty warriors who spoke only of conquest, wealthy merchants who discussed profit margins during dinner, scientists so absorbed in their research they forgot she existed. None of them understood her. None of them even tried. "Mother," Kira said with practiced patience, "perhaps if you stop selecting males based solely on their breeding potential, this is about the continuation of our royal line." Queen Visara's ears flattened against her skull. "You are the last of our bloodline, Kira. The Empire needs—" A commotion at the entrance interrupted her tirade. The massive doors burst open, and 2 human diplomats were escorted in by the royal guard. The Feliner had only recently established contact with humanity, and the presence of these strange, furless creatures still caused whispers throughout the court. Jack Mitchell strode forward with confidence, his diplomatic credentials gleaming on his chest. Beside him, Emma Chun carried a datapad, her dark eyes taking in every detail of the magnificent throne room. Both wore the formal attire of Earth's diplomatic corps, elegant but practical, a statement that humanity valued function as much as form. "Your Majesty," Jack began with a respectful bow, "we apologize for the interruption, but we've just received word from the border sectors. The Krell invasion fleet has entered Feliner space." The throne room erupted in chaos. The Krell were a nightmare made manifest, a hive-minded species that consumed entire worlds, leaving nothing but barren rock in their wake. They'd been pushing into this sector for months, and despite the Feliner Empire's legendary warriors, they'd been steadily losing ground. Queen Visara's personal concerns vanished in an instant, replaced by the steel of a ruler who defended her people for 3 decades. "How long do we have?" Emma stepped forward, her fingers dancing across the datapad. 72 hours before they reach your core worlds, Your Majesty. But we have a proposal." "Speak," the Queen commanded. Jack's expression grew serious. "Humanity has been monitoring the Krell advance. We've analyzed their tactics, their technology, their weaknesses. We can help you stop them, but we need something in return. Name your price, human." "An alliance," Emma said firmly. "Not a trade agreement or a non-aggression pact. A true alliance. Our fleets combined, our technologies shared, our peoples united against the Krell threat." The Feliner nobles erupted in protest. Alliance with these newcomers? These furless mammals who'd barely mastered faster-than-light travel? It was unthinkable, but Princess Kira sat forward, her ears perked with interest. She'd studied humanity extensively, a curiosity her mother had dismissed as a waste of time. She knew what these humans had accomplished in their short time among the stars. They were survivors, adaptable and innovative in ways that complemented Feliner's strength and honor. "I support this alliance," Kira announced, her voice cutting through the chaos. Every eye turned to her. Queen Visara's jaw dropped slightly. "Daughter, you cannot be serious." "I am completely serious, Mother." Kira rose from her throne and walked down to where the humans stood. She looked directly at Emma and Jack. "Your species has survived ice ages, world wars, and near-extinction events. You've gone from wooden ships to starships in mere centuries. You adapt, you innovate, you never surrender. Those are exactly the qualities we need right now." Jack met her gaze with equal intensity. "Then we have an accord, Your Highness. But we should move quickly. The Krell won't wait for bureaucracy." The next 72 hours were a blur of activity. Emma coordinated the integration of human and Feliner defense systems, her mind working at a pace that impressed even the Feliner's most brilliant tacticians. Jack organized the combined fleet, finding ways to utilize each species' strengths, Feliner close combat prowess, and human long-range precision. Princess Kira worked alongside them both, and for the first time in years, she felt truly alive. These humans didn't treat her as a prize to be won or a womb to secure political advantage. They treated her as an equal, a leader, a person worthy of respect. When the Krell fleet arrived, they found not the divided, desperate defenders they expected, but a unified force that fought with perfect synchronization. Human railguns softened enemy positions while Feliner strike craft darted through the gaps with lethal precision. Emma's tactical algorithms predicted Krell movements with uncanny accuracy, while Kira's knowledge of the local star systems allowed them to use gravity wells and asteroid fields to devastating effect. The battle raged for 18 hours. When the last Krell vessel finally retreated, broken and beaten, a cheer erupted across both fleets. In the aftermath, Queen Visara stood in her throne room once more, but this time she looked at her daughter with new eyes. Kira stood between Emma and Jack, the three of them reviewing casualty reports and discussing reconstruction efforts. They worked together like they'd known each other for years, not days. "Your Majesty," Jack said, approaching the throne with a tired but genuine smile. "The alliance held. Our peoples fought as one." The queen nodded slowly, her gaze still on her daughter. Kira was explaining something technical to Emma, her eyes bright with passion and purpose. The queen had never seen her daughter so engaged, so genuinely happy. "Ambassador Mitchell," Queen Visara said quietly, "it seems humans have given my daughter something far more valuable than I requested. Your Majesty, purpose, respect, partnership." The old queen's whiskers twitched in what might have been a smile. "Perhaps that is a better foundation for the future than I realized." Princess Kira looked up and caught her mother's eye. For the first time in years, they smiled at each other with genuine understanding. The Feliner Empire would have its future, Queen Visara realized. Just not the one she'd planned. And perhaps, she thought as she watched her daughter laugh at something Jack said while Emma rolled her eyes, that was exactly as it should be. Humanity had come to the stars not to conquer or dominate, but to stand beside those who would accept them as equals. And in doing so, they'd shown the ancient Feliner Empire that sometimes the greatest strength lies not in tradition, but in the courage to embrace change.